Hi, and welcome back to Jody Drawn Out. Today we're going to be making a crocodile headboard for this bedroom that I did over several months ago. So we just put some new furniture in. I painted it a really light blue and we ripped the carpet out and I did this really cool kind of like a concrete finish look. So I'll get a little bit of area here so you can have a sneak peek at what the overall floor looks like. It's a really pretty finish. I started with a bronze metallic and I used coffee grounds and some other pigments. If it's something that you think you're interested in learning, leave me a comment at the bottom and I'll recreate this one day on a sample board so you can see how to do it. All right, so that's the floor. And what we're gonna do is a crocodile skin, faux skin, headboard to complement the rest of the room. I think the brown and the light blue will look really pretty together, and I think Finn will really complement this new headboard well. What do you think, Finn? You ready to do this project? Okay, let's get some measurements and see how tall we want the headboard overall to be. So the bed is a little bit lower than most beds because Finn jumps up on the bed and it has to be a certain height so that he doesn't hurt himself. All right, let's get our measurements. Off to Lowe's, and we're gonna pick up some lumber and some screws and some staples that are not as long as the ones we have now. We went to Walmart and we got some 1 1/4 inch foam mattress. I got 2 of those, and then I got some batting in a roll. I'm gonna have my sister open everything up and get it ready because we're gonna be using this on the headboard as our padding behind the crocodile skin. Let's take a look at the crocodile fabric. Here's our crocodile fabric, faux fabric. We have plenty here. The roll is 53 or 54 inches wide, which is pretty standard for most bolts of fabric. And we got many feet of it, so we could do pillows maybe later on or something else with it. But that's the first thing that you want to look at when you're doing a headboard. Make sure that you don't have to have seams because some bolts of fabric run a little bit more narrow than others. I felt pretty good about this one because it's 54 inches, or standard about 54 inches. All right, let's get set up and get started. So we're gonna do a quick schematic of what we're building. We're gonna have a headboard in a rectangle shape. Our headboard is rectangle, and we wanna have the headboard on a slant so that when you lean up against it, it's not just a flat wall, right? So I got 1x4s, 6 feet. They come in 6 feet, 8 feet. So you're gonna have to cut something. So we got 6 foot 1x4s. We're gonna cut them down to about 5 feet because that's how tall. That was what we decided the height would be for the headboard. So this is gonna be 5 feet from top to bottom. Then we have to measure the bed and to how high it's going to come on here. So say this is the bed. Then we're going to take our wood and we're going to notch the side of the 1x4, and on an angle, we're gonna cut that piece out. Take this away. Here's the bed. And then this board will sit on this angle in this notch, okay? Then we're gonna screw that to this. We got shorter screws for the top so they don't go through the back, and then a little bit longer as it goes down. Then we're gonna put the foam and the crocodile fabric over that, and we'll staple it to the back of the wood, okay? So hopefully that makes a little bit more sense, but it will make more sense as we go along. Understand? Agabish? We forgot the dog, so we put the dog in. So we have the bed, the dog, and the crocodile headboard. All right, we're gonna get started. Okay, one more little modification on here. This at the bottom of the board has to be notched out, so that the headboard fits flush up against the wall over the molding that's in there. All right, here's my little drawing of the floor molding. So there's the little quarter round shoe molding, and then I'm gonna cut this out and we're gonna put it right up against the wall. So let's cut that real quick. So we need to take a little tiny bit off of here to accommodate the shoe molding. Just a little. Now we're going to use this one as a template for the other ones. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's actually going to be behind the bed and we're never going to see these, but we do want them to sit flush. Okay, we're going to use it as a template and cut the other 4 boards. All right, we're going to make sure that the bottom is flush because the top is going to be getting a trim, but the bottom is most important. And we're going to just trace what we have with a pencil because a marker would be too wide. And now we're going to cut that out. Good. We measured our plywood and we're ready to start making some cuts. So we clamped a guide on there so we could get a nice straight line. So we have our back braces for the headboard, and the headboard is all cut. Now we have to cut the notch and then the angled cut up to the top. So we're gonna cut in 1/2 inch the thickness of the plywood. So we got all of our boards cut properly to hold the back of the headboard. And now I'm going to show you how to set them up so that you can easily find where they are to put screws in them and secure them. So this one's in the center, and I'm going to draw a line on both sides of it. And I'm going to do that with all of them. So we're just going to line the bottom up with the lines that we've created so we know where the screws will go. Really little. So I have the small screws for the top of the headboard and longer screws for the bottom part of the headboard. So make sure you have 2 different size screws or it'll go through the back and hit the wall. Okay, so the back isn't pretty, but it doesn't have to be. I just wrapped the fabric around the back and stapled it. But you need a lot of staples or you'll start to get like pulls. Okay, so lots of staples. Okay, we're ready to move it into the bedroom. Okay, well, the headboard fit perfectly and I think it looks amazing and it wasn't really that hard to do. Also, we painted the walls from yellow to blue and we took the carpet out and redid the floor and then the headboard. So it really was a nice, easy makeover. And it looks like Finn is really enjoying it too. So I think we're gonna have a nice little glass of wine and celebrate our hard work for today.